Well, I'm out on my bike now. I decided it was too rare of an opportunity not to go outside and explore a little bit beyond my own street. And you may think I'm crazy going riding on a day like today, but surprisingly, these roads are not slippery at all. They're more like slow snow and slush than ice. The sidewalks are definitely icy, but the roads so far seem pretty good. Of course, I have my bike that has the studded tires, so even if there is a bit of ice, I should be able to handle it. But after walking around a bit, I just couldn't believe I'd walk another 100 meters in another direction and I'd find another tree that had broken off, or some other extreme damage. And it seems like it's not just like this here. It's this icing is all over the greater Toronto area, like beyond Toronto to the suburbs all around it are all seeing the same kind of weather. My car's got some damage on it. The silver one that was first in line there. Looks like they slid into something and did some damage to the front. So we're riding up Mount Pleasant now. If you hear some rattling, that's because I have some cargo in the back of my milk crate, which I'll show in a minute. Never really got those brakes fixed, as you can hear. That's the street that I was showing before that has the telephone lines that are down. Oh, even the inflatable Santa is a bit tipped over there. Now this is icy here. This would not be good to be on without a bike with studded tires. But yeah, look at these. Probably telephone lines that are down. So those houses are probably without phones right now, or probably without internet as well. Yeah, this is a slippery road. That's why I'm not going fast. Yeah, weather like this is quite rare. You're not gonna... Most winters you don't see this. This probably happens about once every 10 years or so. Takes an awful lot of freezing rain and certain conditions. Now this is gonna be a bit tricky because it's on a hill, so gonna approach with caution. I have studded tires. It's the same everywhere, just broken trees and ice. I'm mad, apparently. I can't say she's completely wrong. Now, this is a dead end, so I gotta ride right back up there. Yeah. Well, I'm just exploring.
Well, you're brave.
I'm sure if I was riding my other bike, it would not be as controlled as I'm riding right now. Alright, I'm going to turn back onto Mount Pleasant here. This one here, there's a camera crew that's filming up the street. Maybe I'll be on the local news riding through here. Global news. Oh yeah, look at this tree here. Completely covering the whole street. Luckily this street's a crescent, so if you happen to live on the other side of it, then you'd still be able to get out from here. So the reason I'm coming over this way is this is where the tobogganing hill is, and I brought my toboggan with me, so I was going to see what the hill looked like today. No tobogganers on it, but it's probably really icy and really fast, so I think it's worth taking a slide or two down there with my camera, of course. Yeah, actually, I don't know what the hill will be like, because it is kind of a little bit crunchy when you're going over it, but the snow on that part should have been really well packed from all the tobogganers, so we'll have to see. Well, I just realized that I've been filming the last little section there with the camera lens tilted by 90 degrees, so unfortunately that part's going to be a little bit funny because I'm going to have to tilt it back, and it's not going to be as good, but don't worry, I'll get lots more film of the road. But right now we're going to see the tobogganing hill, so now this would be really dangerous if there was other tobogganers out on the hill, but since it's nice and clear there, I think we should be safe. Oh, it's loud! Woo! Ooh, this part's a big puddle. Oh, I'm all wet. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. That wasn't such a great idea. Certainly was fast and fun for the first section there, but this bottom part here where it's all a darker color is this slushy stuff with a little bit of ice on the top, but certainly not much. Of course, more tree damage in the park here. Climbing back up the hill is a challenge in itself. I'm not getting a whole lot of traction from my shoes here. Gotta find spots where the ground is a little bit crunchy. Well, I've got the toboggan loaded back on the bike there. As much as I would love to do some more slides down there, I really just don't want to. The first part of it's really fun, but when you get to that darker section there, it's just really just a big puddle, and it's very cold water, and I don't want to get more soaking wet, and climbing back up the hill will be a challenge again too. So I'm going to hop back on the bike and we're going to explore a little bit more through the neighborhood. So as I was saying, I had the camera tilted by 90 degrees at the beginning of the video there. So when I render it, I'm going to have to, when I edit it, I'm going to have to rotate it by 90 degrees. And since it's a widescreen lens, like it takes a widescreen video, it's either going to, I have to chop off, parts of the video. Unfortunately, I wish I had put my camera the right way before I left. But we'll continue on here with the camera corrected. I think things have warmed up a little bit. Oh wow, more damaged electrical stuff and well, probably just telephone stuff. Oh, look at the flex on the pole on the house where the wire connected on there. Yeah, they have a police line, do not cross, caution tape across it, so I'll go through on here. So I guess the people on that street would be somewhat trapped. They try to get out, especially these houses right here in between the caution tape. Wow. Can't say I've ever seen anything quite like this before. Yeah, this road it's interesting. The road switches between being slushy and soft and kind of snowy to being this icy, very solid ice, textured ice, but still ice. So I'm gonna go another block north here, see what we can find up that way. When I edit this, I'll do my best to cut out all of the boring parts so that it doesn't get extremely long and boring. But on a day like today, I just can't think of doing anything else other than being out here and seeing it and experiencing it. And when people in the future talk about the great ice storm of 2013, I'm gonna have a good memory of it. Woo. Yeah, for the record, I do not recommend riding in something like this. If this was a work day, I would be quite possibly taking the subway to work. But since it's not, and I'm just have the day to just explore, I'm just gonna, just go along slowly, just enjoy it. Not only do you have to shovel the ice, you have to shovel the sticks and twigs and things that are in the ice as well. Okay, so I gotta be really slow and careful on this corner here. Because going straight on ice is one thing, but turning the corner certainly makes it a lot more difficult. Yeah, it's just the trunk that's left on that tree. Good thing there was no cars or people underneath it when it fell. I imagine that most of this happened either early this morning or last night. The global news truck is gone. I really wonder if I'm going to be on the news tonight. So I heard from somebody that I was speaking to on the elevator in my building that, oh boy. Let's go back and see that. There's a tree that pretty much covered someone's whole front yard. Of course, landed on their car. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It looks like they did some damage to their roof too, their eaves trough and things. That would not be fun for that to happen to your house. Yesterday I was going through some of my old videos from 2 and 3 years ago, and it's interesting to see how my videos have changed over the years. But I'm imagining that this video here is probably one I'm going to look back on and think it's pretty neat, because I'm probably not going to see a day like this for quite a few years. So as I was starting to say, I heard from somebody that most of the people that lived on the west side of Yonge didn't have electricity. At least this morning they didn't. So I'm going to venture over there and see what I can see over on the west side of Yonge. So far we've just been exploring the east side, which is the side that I live on. Crossing over Yonge there, I can see that there's still lots of people out doing their Christmas shopping. Christmas doesn't really take a vacation to weather. Everyone's still got to get their shopping done. So as we ride through here, what we're looking out for is lights in houses. So far I'm not seeing very many lights on in the houses. So they probably have their power out still. This road up here is called Duplex. This is the one that I take a large amount of what I take when I ride to work. So right here isn't too bad to ride through because it's the slush, but you never know, in 100 meters or so it may turn into a skating rink again. Oh boy. Here we got the ice again, so I'm going to go very slowly down this little bit of an incline. Seems it's the incline parts that are the icier areas. I guess it's because they got water that flows from the higher spots and washes out the slush and snow and stuff. I can only imagine. I'm certainly not an expert in this. Yeah, it's just like night and day. You got your slushy roads and you got your icy roads. Everywhere you look, you see yellow caution tape. I wonder if they've done anything to plan where they're closing off the roads, or if like, so they can plan it so they'd be able to, you know, still for people to be able to get out, but in a lot of cases they probably don't have much choice either. If there's a power line or something down, they really just gotta close it off, so some people will get trapped inside their neighborhood. This power line's dripping pretty low. If you had a truck with a high roof, you'd probably hit it, but they're leaving it open so that people can still get through, I guess, if they dare. What a day. What a day. This car up here has a big tarp over its roof. I bet it got hit by that tree and the back windshield got all crashed in, and they're trying to prevent further damage to the vehicle with that tarp there. Further water damage, that is. So to confirm my hypothesis about the electricity being out over here, you can see that this traffic light doesn't have power either, so this neighborhood's definitely in darkness right now. And I imagine it'll take them quite a long time to get things up and running again with all those lines that are hanging down all over the place. You know, they got to make sure they get all of those cleared up before they turn all the breakers back on and electrify the grid over here. What a day. Imagine if today had been Monday instead of Sunday, that we would have got an email saying not to bother coming into work because, you know, there's even people stranded all over the city, not being able to, you know, get out of their neighborhoods from all these trees down and things. And when it's slippery and icy and dangerous like this, you know, employers don't want their employees trying to make it in and getting in accidents and things on the way in. So, but probably all this will be cleared up by tomorrow. So tomorrow will probably be a normal work day. Another police line, do not cross. Well, I guess I shouldn't cross. Everyone's out scraping the ice and cleaning up the mess right now. All the taxi drivers are working pretty hard today. Oh, this guy lost the mirror off his van. That would not be fun. It's a power mirror too. It's a bit hard to walk under or ride under or do anything. So as you can see, even over on Avenue Road, the power's still out even on the street lights there. Not even flashing or anything, they're just completely off. No signal, so in that situation, if you're driving and there's a traffic light that's completely out, you're supposed to treat it like a four-way stop. Yeah, I have to say this is certainly not a good day to own a car in Toronto. Oh, another vehicle with a tarp covering the back. Actually, looks like a shower curtain covering the back. They probably got some window damage. This little section here is completely blocked off because there's that tree back there. And now there's another police line, do not cross. Let's try this street down here. These winter tires really work amazing. Could not be more impressed by how well they're working, because I know from riding other bikes on stuff like this that I would not be able to do anything with regular tires right now. Wow, this is unbelievable. I certainly am really impressed by these winter tires. I mean, I can barely even walk on this stuff. My tires are just gripping right onto it perfectly. Though, of course, I have to lift over quite a few sections to be able to get through. Wow. Unbelievable. Whoa. there's the Toronto Hydro guys trying to get things going again here, obviously. Probably a reason why a lot of these houses are without power is because, you know, they all rely on the above ground power lines. There's nothing underground around here. So those big cables there are how people get their electricity in their homes. So just speaking to a lady there that said that her home was without power right now, and they were actually, you know, trapped inside of an area where it was all blocked off. You couldn't get your vehicle through from, you know, all of these trees that are down and things. So she was hoping that they were going to get that the power line there cleaned up so that would at least give her a way to go through that way, but who knows whether that would actually lead anywhere. Yeah, you can't get through here either. Keep hearing sirens, but if there was an emergency in one of these areas, the emergency vehicles would have a pretty hard time getting to some of these houses. So definitely not a good time to fall and slip, because it would be a long time before an ambulance would be there to help you, or even someone would be able to drive you to the hospital. Yeah, this section is completely blocked in. I can tell already. Yeah, another power line there. I'm not even going to try going through there. House has got some nice big icicles on it. Oh boy. This guy's got some wheel spin happening there. Now it's blocked off about 100 meters that way. It's another power line that's down.
Oh my god.
Did you try that way?
I dropped here inside now all the things.
Yeah, I think you're stuck. Looks like they're trying to clear the one over there though, so maybe that one's your best bet when it's done. That guy's driving a catering van. It would be pretty hard to make some deliveries today. Gotta be careful here because this is icy, not slushy. The guy back there was wearing a hard hat. Don't think he was working, he just was trying to be safe. Oh, looks like they got this section here cleared out. Can get through. Thanks. Yeah, although the riding on the roads is pretty safe, you really can't predict when one of those branches is going to fall down on top of you, so that's the only danger here, really. Well, there's a big one there. Yeah, the extent of this damage is really extreme. It's going to take them a long time to get all of this cleared up. Look at that trunk there. That's huge. Wow. No wonder there's no power over here. Thankfully, a lot of these homes, I'm sure, are heated by natural gas, so they're not going to be freezing inside without their electricity, but certainly will limit what they're able to do today. Well, as someone's probably going to comment, there's no other bikes on the road today, at least none that I've seen. And that's probably why everyone's giving me funny looks out here. But I still maintain that I'm getting better traction on my bike than I am on my shoes, so I think this is the premier type of transport for a day like today. Of course, assuming that you have properly studded winter tires. What's this guy doing? So here you can see that a branch has cracked off and then gotten stuck in another section of the tree there. And this guy's obviously worried that that branch is going to fall down at some point. Personally, I think he should just get his car out of there and let it fall when it falls, and because that looks very dangerous. Looks like he's going to make it fall on top of himself. Well, I know I keep saying it, but thank goodness there isn't a whole bunch of wind right now, because there'd be an awful lot more damage if there was actually wind right now. Whew. Well, anyway, this concludes my video covering the December 2013 Toronto ice storm. You're not going to see a weather event like this for a long time, I predict. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.